blogger for so many years and having so many brands send me products to test and try and sample and see if I like, I have really discovered that more money doesn't always equivalent to being the best product. And when it comes to shopping for these products, do you really have to go to a department store, or are there some really great dupes at the drugstore? So when it comes to a drugstore dupe, if you find a product that's as good and costs like $7, then why would you want a $25 product? Well, here's some examples of where drugstore dupes might come in handy. When you travel, I don't like to travel with my $75 palette when I go to, let's say, Mexico, because what if like my bag gets lost or whatnot, I'm gonna be devastated. That's where a drugstore dupe might come in handy. If you're somebody that's like schlepping back and forth to a boyfriend's house, maybe you don't wanna like take all your amazing products back and forth, just leave your drugstore dupes at his place. Maybe if you're somebody that's always going straight from the office out to happy hour. Or maybe if you're somebody who's like trying to save money. I'm not saying you should spend the money or you shouldn't spend the money. I just like to have options, and I'm sure you do too. So I've broken this into two categories, makeup and hair. So let's start with makeup first. I am really faithful to my MAC strobe cream. This goes on really pretty onto your skin. It gives you kind of that iridescent glow and works as a primer before your foundation. But recently, CoverGirl sent me their True Blend Base Business in Illuminating, which essentially does the same thing. So up next, we've got eyebrow pencils. Now, Estee Lauder has their Brow Multitasker. The cool thing about this product, and you guys know I'm so faithful to my Estee Lauder products, you've got the pencil on one side, and then you've also got the powder, so you can like blend it in and really get that natural eyebrow look. Well, Estee Lauder, Maybelline has duped ya. They also have the product, which I actually use this one. I mean, if Estee Lauder gifts me this one, I'll use it, but I'm gonna buy this one. It's the Brow Duo Line Define and Fill Duo. And I've talked about this product on YouTube videos before. Got the pencil on one side and looky there, the powder on the other side. Brows, I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money on your brows as long as you have a good waxer, right? Next up is our foundations. Now, when it comes to foundations, I will say it is very tricky to find a good drugstore dupe, because when you're dealing with pigments and long lasting and dewiness and all the elements that maybe you want in a foundation, sometimes just spending the extra money and going to the department store and having them match you is kind of what you pay for. But I think I have actually cracked the code on the foundation dupe. So, Estee Lauder Double Wear. You guys know I love this. I talk about this product all the time. I wear this product religiously. But CoverGirl, they've done it with their new True Blend Matte Made Foundation Comfort Matte Transfer Resistant. So it is their version of a stay in place all day. I love this product because it's buildable, it's very creamy, the textures are very, very similar. Now I will say the CoverGirl is a bit more drying, so just really load up on a moisturizer underneath. But hey, if you're saving up to $40, $30, $20, whatever the difference may be, I'd say it's worth it. CoverGirl thinks you're worth it because oh wait, is that Maybelline? Because if you don't look good, we don't look good, that's Vidal Sassoon. I don't know. Okay, ladies, NARS Orgasm Blush. It's got a cult following for a reason. I mean, every makeup artist would probably say this is in their kit because it's just one of those universal colors that's great on everybody. You've heard me talk about this product before. I have the Duo palette that has the NARS Laguna bronzer and the NARS Orgasm Blush. It's just that good. I've got to give kudos to my photographer on this one because she saw that I had the NARS palette in my kit and she goes, you know, the Milani Tea Rose is like identical and I actually think it's better. And then she was saying she's worked with makeup artists who use this instead of this. So if it's good enough for a makeup artist, it should be good enough for us. You guys, mascara can be really a very hot topic because I know if you're anything like me, you find that one mascara that you love and you never want to, like, I know girls that are still using that hot pink with the green lid Maybelline one for like 20 years. I mean, you find one that works and you stick with it. Tarte has their Lights Camera Lashes. It's a 4-in-1 mascara. So it lifts, it lengthens, it thickens, it, you know, gives you the volume you want. Well, I've been really pleased with, I don't even know who this is by. Wow, I'm a horrible horrible blogger. You guys, this legitimately doesn't have a name on it. It says Voluminous Superstar X Fiber. Oh, it's L'Oreal. It's L'Oreal. It says it really, really tiny. Okay, so it's more of a 2-in-1, not a 4-in-1, but this is what I use every single day. So on one side, you've got this more thin, narrow brush. This is really for the lengthening and the separating. And then you go to the second side, and it's more of a curved brush that really gets in there and adds that volume and pulls them and gives you that curl. Like, I mean, it's still a 4-in-1 because we're looking at like lengthening, separating, and then we're looking at like volumizing, curling on one end. I mean, I will say like this snakeskin leather thing is like really cute, but I'm cheap, so she wins. Okay, it's concealer time. Now, I talked about this in a recent video, the Clé de Peau concealer. It has an SPF 23 in it, which I do appreciate a good concealer with an SPF because I'll take SPF anywhere I can get it. It's in a stick, it's buildable, it's full coverage, and it's been rated by Allure magazine the top concealer for like, I think it's something like 17 years. So it's legit for a reason, but it costs a really pretty penny. Now, before I ever wore this one, I used the Revlon Photo Ready. The thing I like about this is it has a light pigment adjuster in it. So you know how sometimes you wear concealer and you get that raccoon eye look and then you think you look fine under like lights, but then you take a picture in the flash and then it stands out that much more? This is actually created for working underneath flashes. So you're not gonna get that crazy look. I also love this because it's buildable, it's layerable, it's great for redness and for dark circles. I don't know, this is really a toss-up. I'm keeping this one in my makeup bag and this one's going to the boyfriend's house. And finally, in the makeup category, we've got highlighter. Laura Geller Gilded Honey. I just adore this highlighter. It's this beautiful swirl. It's got kind of these like goldy, yellowy, peachy undertones, which I think is a really beautiful universal color for a highlighter. I don't tend to gravitate towards like the white, purple, iridescent-y ones. I like things that have more of a warm tone. And I was recently in CVS and walked by and saw this e.l.f. highlighter. You guys, this color could not be more identical. Hi, we're twins. It makes you wonder if like the people at these companies are like laughing their asses off at all of us. Like, even look at the packaging. It's actually identical packaging, except you're saving a considerable amount of money. Now, at this point, it just boils down to like, who are you faithful to? If you don't care about the name, and if you don't care that you maybe have to go to like Ulta and Sephora and Nordstrom and CVS and Duane Reade and Walgreens to get all your products, then who cares? But I mean, when it comes to this, hello, they're identical. Okay, dry shampoos. You guys know I love my detox. I am so faithful to Dry Bar, and when I find products that I love, especially with my hair, I'm loyal to a fault, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, don't try to just like mess with it. I just like this. And I'm just gonna say, I just like detox. I will spend, I think it's $28. I will spend that on every can, maybe every 3 weeks, because I just like it. But psst, 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 psst. Why do they call it psst, by the way? Is it a secret? Do they not want anyone to know about it? Like, is it like, shh, don't tell? But they call it the true original. And at one point, I do remember Allure had their like Beauty Award winner sticker on all of the psst bottles. I mean, back when I couldn't justify spending $28 on a hair product, like when I was living paycheck to paycheck and was broke as a joke and had like 17 cents in my bank account, like at the end of every pay cycle, this was not realistic. But this, that's what I used. And so I'm not gonna give it up just because it's drugstore, but I'm not gonna give this up just because it's department store. I'm gonna keep both of them in my life. This is a great gym bag. That's actually what we're gonna do. Put this brand in your gym bag. Save this for date night. And last but not least, a girl loves her hairspray. I love it, I love it, I love it. R&Co Vicious Stronghold Flexible Hairspray. This is my new favorite. Do you guys remember when I used to use that brand back in the day? If you followed me since Bravo, like Most Eligible 2011 days, Oh, what was that brand called? And it had the star on it and it smelled like watermelon. If you're watching this and you remember when I used to use that brand, it was white and it had a big pink star on it and I was obsessed with it. I like this as much as I like that. R&Co, you can find it at Ulta. I get it at my hair salon. A little goes a long way, and the packaging just like is kind of cool and sexy. But not gonna lie, Tresemme travel size is in every one of my purses, every one of my kits. It's on, I mean, there's probably at any given point 10 bottles of travel size Tresemme in my apartment, in every suitcase, everywhere, because it's just easy, it's go-to. I use number 4. I think it's really, really reliable. It doesn't make your hair like, it doesn't give that greasy look, it doesn't give you that waxy look, it doesn't look dirty, it doesn't get chalky when you brush it out or leave residue. Tresemme, ooh la la, I'm very down with this. I mean, I like them both, but don't make a girl choose. So Drugstore Dupes, I mean, they're kind of a thing. Work in a few expensive pieces, work in a few cheap pieces. It's all about high and low, people, not only with your wardrobe, but with your beauty products also. Hey, if there's any beauty drugstore dupes that you love, be sure to let me know in the comments below because I love, obviously, learning about new products. And if you liked this video, give me 2 thumbs up. Head over to KERRently.com for more beauty, more fashion, more living, more travel, and, you know, more fancy because let's just be honest, my dog is the ultimate star of the show.